The next one is from Adam Hughes. Subject is Disco is a racist towards the Irish. Possible. Hey, it's Hughezy. Hello.
Oh, very nice.
Disco Inferno is a feckin' swaft. He claims to not be able to understand a word I say, yet he can have entire conversations with Juventud Guerrera, who, while a legend and extremely juicy, pronounces every word with a G. Disco Inferno also seems to trash Finn Balor. Thinks it's funny what happened to the Titanic, and a favorite Khabib over Conor McGregor. No proof in the second one, but just making stuff up to prove a point. I heard that from KG. Therefore, the only possible it's Hughezy, hello, conclusion is that Disco Inferno has a problem with the Irish. And I demand a video apology to be uploaded to the official Keep It 100 YouTube account, the one that Conan 100% endorses, of course, for a 15 to 20-minute interview with that non-Irish Disco Inferno on my podcast. It's on my great podcast, It's Hughezy, hello, from the greater Creative Control Network. I will ask him the question that will change podcasting forever. Hashtag Green Army, hashtag 2 whiskeys and a pint. P.S. KG cries to Bon Jovi ballads and quacks his duck while watching Elf.
That's true.
Okay, what's quack your duck?
It's Irish stupid shit. Yeah, I'm absolutely racist towards the Irish. Okay,
that's inappropriate.
Ed Heavy, Sad Pime Diamond is a louse. He's a subhuman. He's Irish.
Has he been tweeting a lot now that Notre Dame is undefeated?
Of course he has. Of course he has. Okay,
but nothing after the Yankees, right?
No.
Yeah,
no.
I just wanted to make
radio
sure.
silence on the Yankees.
Right. He doesn't Hughezy.
Oh, it's Hughezy.
Hello.
Yeah. He's trying to. He says he has a question that's going to. I'll tell you this, Joe. If you want to do this, okay, I'm not going to go on his podcast, all right? And I'm publicly saying it because I do enough podcasts, and I don't really need to go on any other ones because I do enough of them, and I have a job. So I was like, I have time constraints in my life, and I don't want to devote it to doing another podcast. If you want to bring Hughezy on here for a brief segment, and he can ask the podcast the question that's going to change the podcasting world, that's because that's how he describes it. Yeah. You can do that. Okay, so if you want to bring Hughezy on this show, that's fine. But I'm not investing 30 to 45 minutes of my time for something that's not in this show, on this show, or the Vince show I do.
I'll pass that along.
What do you got going on, Joe? Boom.
Well, Creative Control with Joe Feeney.
Nothing, Di.
Silence.
Go ahead.
Creative Control with Joe Feeney, as we all know, has started doing watch-alongs with the great Justin Henry and MLJ, who Justin Henry, author and a columnist, and MLJ, who's
author of
for who?
Well, he's been on What Culture, you know what I mean? He's on Cultaholic at the moment, very popular website. Cultaholic.
Oh, that's what we know from Disco.
Cultaholic, yeah. You guys are probably on there every day.
Well, he's one of those What Culture guys?
Yeah, he did What Culture. He wrote a book about...
Bro, those guys are kind of snobby.
I like some of their YouTube videos can be fun. But and MLJ, of course, who was the booker for CCW Dojo Wars, he'll be doing drunken commentary at Wrestling After Dark this Friday night in Vineland, New Jersey. So that should be a treat. And so I released a couple watch-alongs on there on the free iTunes feed. There's also watch-alongs at patreon.com/Joe Feeney.
What are you watching? Like figurines, wrestling? Are you watching Chatterbait? What are you watching?
Well, we all pick a match. Recently, I picked Shane Douglas versus Justin Credible, ECW CyberSlam 99. We watched a WCW Saturday Night, which featured Conan versus Johnny Attitude.
That's not a surprise because when I went on his show, the one and only time that I went on his show, half the questions were about ECW. So you are a humongous ECW fan, right?
Yeah, well, Philly guy, and I still enjoy going to that building. Actually, that's a good reminder there, a little segue. Thank you for that. I will probably have a table at the ECW Arena on December 8th for the next convention there. Details forthcoming as to who my guest will be. Shane Helms has already shot me down. So there's that. And what do you call it? You were asking about popular shows on the Creative Control Network earlier. Actually, an honorable mention with Shane Hagedorn and Jeff Schwartz. The Ring of Honor retrospective show is doing really well. And the next episode will be about Shane Hagedorn's firing from Ring of Honor. Apparently firing episodes.
Wait a minute. Is this the guy that said that he met me once?
Yeah, he worked with you in the ring at Ring of Honor. Yeah, and he rode with you to the show also. He's got very distinct memories of that encounter.
So he's talking about when he got fired from there?
Yeah, that'll be next week's episode. He was with Ring of Honor the entire run until Sinclair Broadcasting came in and took over, and he was let go shortly thereafter. So that'll be the topic for next week's show. Of course, you got What a Rush with Road Warrior Animal. He recently did a Q&A show, listener questions. If you ever wanted to hear me and Hughezy talk about the Doors for 45 minutes, this week's episode is going to be for you.
No, we don't.
That'll be coming out this week. And 69-Minute Eargasm with Joel Gertner. Recently had Lady Blossom on as his most recent guest, but he did manage to snag the Hurricane Shane Helms for next week's show. And that's about it. You can check out the Pro Wrestling Tees store for Creative Control at prowrestlingtees.com/cc with Joe Feeney for Creative Control t-shirts and Creative Control Network t-shirts. And that's about it.
So, yeah, support Joe Feeney and all his network and his t-shirts and all that. Check me out on Facebook, on Twitter at KONNAN5150 with Impact Pop on Thursdays. I guess they changed the time. I don't even know what time it is now.
10 o'clock.
Joe, let me ask you a question.
10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yes.
Joe, let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
We just did the disco list, right?
Yes.
This is 2:58 p.m. as we're recording on Tuesday. This is from 2:57 November 6th, 2018. Adam Hughes at the Hughezy tweeted, "At the Real Disco coming soon to hashtag It's Hughezy Hello. Hashtag the question that will change podcasting forever." Did you just message him while we were doing this and tell Hughezy that I was going to be on his show?
No. Here's I was going to mention that when I mentioned him. Actually, I said Disco just said he won't do your show, but he will allow you to ask the question that will change podcasting forever on Keeping It 100. And he responded, "Keeping It 100 listeners couldn't handle it. It's too raw for their ears. But Disco will do my show. He will." So he's very confident.
That definitely.
That
yeah.
guaranteed that like you know when you say never say never.
Never.
Well, this is never. You can say never, okay? Because it's never. That inexcusable response will make it impossible for me to be on his show ever.
I think he's just going to claim once again that you are racist against the Irish.
I am.
Well, I mean, there it is. I mean,
so that's fine.
Cards are on the table.
I'm definitely racist because I don't like him and I don't like Pat Kenny.
Yeah,
that is true.
I do not. I'm a racist against Irish.
I'm Irish.
Oh, I don't like.
I was trying to help the Irish out, but that was a bad call.